Good morning and happy Tuesday, everybody. Clear skies and Mr. Sun is shining. And got the princess getting her out for her walk a little after 9 o'clock here. Oh man, 35 degrees, 1 degree Celsius. So a little brisk walk, but right at the moment, no wind. I'm hearing tons and tons and tons of birds, so probably gonna have some photos and some, I didn't include any photos in yesterday's video like I said I was going to. Whoops. Alrighty. So, news of the day. So Mateo and I made our little adventure down by and let him sniff the vet. There was no cars there, but I did mention there were lights on. Well, there were no customer cars there. So, Pri and I went down. She's sniffing along. And I'm going to be polite and not describe the person that came out and yelled at us, stating that it was private property and we couldn't have our dog there. I'm like, this is a veterinarian's office, you dumbass. Anywho, so basically, Priya is no longer allowed to go down and sniff the vet when they're closed even. So, she'll be very sad to realize that, but whatever. Next time Jersey and I go in for a beak trim, yeah, something will definitely be said to the owner. Because the husband and wife that run it are the ones that pretty sure own it. Not the receptionist that is an absolute belligerent when you call in. I don't know why these people think they need to be so rude to people with their animals when they're in need. But anywho, yeah, that's the story of the day. And the other story of the day is I have put the sling thing back on. I took the one quick release plate that had the GoPro feed on it, took the GoPro feed off, attached to that so I can pop it back and forth, and I did not bring the Sony handle, although I was shocked yesterday when I actually looked back at the footage of me vlogging myself with this camera. Yeah, it's a little on the close side, but it was pretty damn stable in my eyes. Let me know what you think. Alrighty, audio sounded pretty decent. I have found an adjustment with my ISO. It's still fluctuating though. It's pulsating. It wasn't doing that before. I do have DR Auto on, but I turned that off yesterday and it still did it. Oh, we're doing a boom boom. Okay, while she's doing that, we'll get birds. So the one bird that was like literally laying on the wire was a mourning dove, which I think that one right there might be. And I was wrong when I stated that this camera couldn't do clear image or digital zoom in video like the RX 100. This thing is doing what I want it to do now. So photos are back in RAW, which they were not yesterday. Neat birds, big birds. It's a blackbird, little sparrow, and I believe a mourning dove. All chowing down. We're fully in there with clear image. Alright, I was correct yesterday when I said that those pine cones were definitely lit the wrong way. So these ones actually have sun on them. So we'll see how they come out. Yeah, somewhere along the line, I have something that is fluctuating a lot. I might reset camera settings and start over at some point. There he is. Of course, that tree is going to mess me up with him. Don't be getting all excited, puppy. You're not going down by the vet anymore. He starts trotting when we get down this far. And we're going to cross over here pretty soon. Go up through the playground. Yeah, he took off. There he is. And mourning dove. It just must be how they hold on, because now I got his feet on the front. And it just looked like he was laying on it with his body without any feet. It was funny as shit last night. Alright, so doing some research last night, trying to find, well, I did find a video that really went over this camera really well, that I need to go back to and finish watching in entirety with the camera in front of me. Might be able to figure out what that pulsating is, which is slightly different than the focus pulsating with the Pocket. One of the things that they called it focus breathing. This thing's more of a ISO breathing type thing, I think. It keeps like going from light to dark, and it didn't do that before, so I have definitely messed something up. But I did find, here we go with the accessories. So I have a spare battery for this thing. I found a charging case that is also a power bank. It'll charge up to 4 batteries on a full charge of this case. Of course, I keep talking about the filter. I said to Mike, do I really need to go with the Nano X? The Nano D series is probably fine, and it's about $30 cheaper. And since my theory is if you have a case that holds 3 batteries, you might as well have, or holds 2 batteries, you might as well have 2 batteries in it and 1 in the camera. That gives you 2 spare batteries. So I did not order it yet, but here we go again. The sick thing is the batteries for this camera are quite a bit more expensive because they are the NP FW50s. They're quite a bit bigger, but because it's a bigger camera, they last just about as long with a Sony product. There is really no difference. Come on, come on, come on. So that would be important for, like, if we're out on an adventure. I definitely have battery backups for it. What the hell else was there? Oh, the filter. And then I was looking for a quick release strap, but now that I figured this guy here out, and I would actually be, if I were to put the Bluetooth handle with the other magnet mount in my hand, in my pocket somewhere, I could swap it over and get it off this thing real easy to switch how I grip it and or put it on a tripod or whatnot. Of course, I do have the magnet mount on the tripod. So yeah, and of course I was looking at carbon fiber tripods for our adventures that would be quite significantly smaller for doing more of, low water work and whatnot. You want a more of a lower straight on angle to get the beautiful long exposure type with the water. So, but that's, now I'm just getting ridiculous. All right, well, in the shade we still have, I was going to say good frosty morning, everybody, but the cars had unfrosted, but where there is no sun hitting, we still have some frost. So, and Priya's sniffing away. She did her boom boom. We gotta throw that away. I don't know if she's gonna go for a full lap or just the bottom portion here. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Why'd you do that to me? Little bugger. Alright, back to pulsating we go. I don't know, for some reason these shots work out pretty decent. I did grab the handle while I was in the house, so I could test the convenience of swapping back and forth for my own peace of mind. Because you can actually vlog with this thing now. It's weird. It's too big. Don't get me wrong. I won't do that much, if at all. I mean, for headshot, talking head type thing. But I gotta figure out this pulsating crap. It's driving me nuts. Oh, no mics. Go, come on. Oh, you're going for a walk, dude. You're gonna take a lap. Come on. Alrighty, so check the mail. Got a decent sized check back from State Farm from my account. Of course, that was one of the things that was going on today with the apartment complex, because my account was canceled and State Farm has still not sent over the sorry, squirrels are running around the tree down here. And even though the camera is out, I still missed it. Yeah, I gotta figure out this pulsating light bit. Oh, there they go. There they are, chasing each other around the tree. So, come here. I want to do something to you. Got it. Yay! So I can hold this with this way. I can actually get a little bit of reprieve from weight. Oh, garbage man is here. Yeah, so I got reimbursed on my insurance. according to the State Farm, that we are fully covered and everything is fine. It'll take just a couple days for it to all get caught up. But if anything happens in the interim, I mean, they just have to reach out to them and be like, yes, he's covered under that policy. It just drives me nuts. But they're going to send new form over to these guys that, you know, our insurance is now combined, so we don't have to pay. This is the crazy part. So I don't know if that's annually. I think it is for renter's insurance. We were roughly paying like $300 a year because both of us were covered. That has just like been dropped more than in half, and we have equal coverage that I had. I had more coverage than she did. But then she's like, we haven't gotten anything. I don't know what her bill's going to be. So between the two of us, we were paying about $235 a month. By combining the policy, they said you're looking at roughly $115 a month. That is insane. Well, I mean, when you cut off the fact that there's not two policies for renters anymore, that's a lot. I mean, renter's insurance isn't super expensive, but there's a good chunk of it, and my car dropped to well below what I was paying. So I guarantee it was going off my crappy credit rating. Okay, speaking of credit rating, I got a notice from Blaze Alexander Subaru that they ran my credit for some reason and denied me. And I don't know why, unless a car had come in and they were running it to call me and say, hey, we got a car for you, and so have everything going, and they denied me. But they never contacted me about it, and I'm not real happy about that. Oh yeah, that was very convenient. And it gives me just a little bit of different ability to hold this thing for steadier zoom shots. Hi, buddy. He's like, what are we doing? Why are you filming me? Alright, so the record button on this camera is not in the most convenient spot. I just want to see. Yes, okay. So I can only zoom out. Is there something up there? I can't tell. No, I think it's just broken tree. I can clear image zoom in video, right? Yeah. It isn't much. Okay, so I stand corrected on that. Now I'm curious in this mode if I'm getting that fluctuation of light. I mean, you got to come down pretty far. I have the ISO locked up to a max of 800 right now. Thinking that might help. Of course, especially last night with the sun being so dark. Okay, this is more of an accurate representation. Now, I get that the sun kind of coming in and is compensating for it, but it's doing it extreme. I don't understand why. Alright, so we dropped the f-stop. Now see, the f-stop in video isn't going to work like it does. See, it just over-brightened him. Huh, I don't know what's going on there. Alright, so it is the f-stop that seems to be jumping. I have to work on this thing a little bit, but I have audio. Jeez, I can't even see that screen with these sunglasses. Anywho, yeah, see, it's just like breathing. I don't know. Let's lock it at 100. It's still doing it. It's still doing it. Now it's the shutter speed that's jumping. And the ISO. Yeah, not the ISO, but the f-stop and the shutter speed keep jumping around. Yeah, I definitely have to fix something here. Oh yeah, completely forgot about that. So Mike and I had a nice little 4-hour phone call last night. I was talking to him about the case I had gotten for the phone at work. Got on Insurance website and just for fun put in for it to be, you know, warranty claimed, and they sent me a shipping label and they're going to give me the money back for it so I can get a different one, even though I don't know that it was technically covered. So hopefully that's not going to be an issue, but we'll see. That's good news. And once I get that money, I'll order them a new case, because it's a real pain in the butt carrying around a huge ass charging case with a wire while trying to shop orders. Alright, shoot indoors with auto. It's trying to detect the bird, but it's getting the cage. Yeah, is that what you think?